I'm gonna give y'all this real perspective. By the way, okay, yeah. I'll give it overall. One in the chat if y'all want to hear it. Two in the chat if you're like, man, I move the fuck on. All right, this is my 100% full thought about the whole thing. I think there was some contempt between Wack and Hassan to start out with. I think Wack was kind of sizing Hassan up. I think he kind of seen Hassan, you know. I'm not good at not saying exactly what I want to say, so let me just say it.
Mm-hmm. You say it.
I think the moment that Wack realized that nigga Hassan was gonna be like the X Factor or wild card in the interview, Wack was like, "Fuck this nigga."
I said that. My name is Eve the Weave. Please like, share, and subscribe. That other night in my video, I definitely told y'all when they first met and they dapped it up and Akademiks was doing the intro and he did Wack first. Hassan didn't interrupt. But when Hassan did his intro, Wack had to put his face in it like you giving this nigga too much shine. That right there told it all.
I don't think Wack had a problem with it before. I don't think Hassan had a problem with Wack.
Nope.
But I see both of them, they look cool. And what I mean by Wack saying fuck this thing, I don't think Wack was trying to say like, yo, I'm gonna beat him up. And this is where I disagree with Wack. And this is where I disagree also with Hassan. I think Wack was just like kind of, like, yo, I'm gonna say shit to trip him up. Because a lot of shit he says, there's holes in it. Wack is really good. Like, if you ever listen to Wack on Clubhouse, yo, Wack will talk to a nigga in Clubhouse, cut him off 15 times, change the subject 16 times, basically reset the conversation, and basically have at the end the nigga just admitting that he's a fucking idiot without them even talking about the same thing that they came to talk to Wack about. Wack is masterful at that. I thought 6ix9ine was the epitome of that, and I told 6ix9ine this
and that's why when he came over here to YouTube, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing because he's a master over there at Clubhouse. He should stay over there.
Me, him, and Wack sat down. Wack's the only nigga who I've ever seen in history. 6ix9ine sat down with Charlemagne twice, and I thought he spun Charlemagne like a gig. I saw 6ix9ine sat down with a lot of niggas, and he worked them. Pause. He made them niggas look foolish. You know why? Because he controlled the narrative. He always had more information than them, and he always was presenting shit to change the conversation to make it a more relevant point than what the person was asking. Brilliant. When I saw him sat down with Wack, Wack was composed, never got up, never shouted. He was in his pocket, and 6ix9ine was frustrated because 6ix9ine couldn't do what he did to those other people. I said, damn, that's talent. I see Wack on Clubhouse. There's nobody on Clubhouse that could beat Wack. Wack mic always sounds louder than somebody else. Wack controls all the discussion. Wack got about like 50 people who just co-sign him. You can't beat Wack in Clubhouse. He's really smart. Wack knows information. Wack will just change something, be like, yo, like somebody will be like, yo, did you, like, I was listening to this clip the other day, somebody be like, yo, did you?
Wack can't control the situation over here. That's why he should have stayed over there. Because see, here's the thing. You came over here in somebody else's backyard and you got smoked.
You say this about Nipsey? Because I heard so-and-so saying you said it. And so-and-so shouldn't be speaking on something like that, right? Wack don't want to talk about the original question. Wack was just like, Wack was like, why so-and-so can't talk about it? You know I know him, right? They'd be like, yo, man, I don't think you know him. Listen, man, what? They'd be like, yo, you don't think I know him? Yo, Wack going on a different tangent. Wack is smart as a motherfucker. Wack is, let me tell you this. You see Clubhouse? Clubhouse is a bunch of, and if y'all streaming us on Clubhouse, this is just raw facts. Clubhouse is a bunch of people with 30 IQ while Wack got 300. Wack, I only listen to Wack every day to run laps around Wack is running laps. When I mean laps, he's running laps around these things on Clubhouse. They have no idea what the fuck is going on.
That's why he's
To
so
the point
comfortable over there.
that I've thought Wack is the only person who could turn Clubhouse into a gang. Wack is so smart, so slick. He has an OG mentality about him, but he's so clever with his words that Wack could get anybody to believe anything, buy into anything, and also to move on anything. That's somebody who could lead a gang.
Mm-hmm. A gang.
Everybody on Clubhouse, they all, everybody who, like, because I've been hearing certain familiar voices, there were once people who went at Wack who now just gave up. They just get on the side. Wack is a nigga who is like, if you can't beat him, join him. Everybody who I see co-sign Wack now used to argue with him. But when you just can't beat him. Wack is too slick for all these motherfuckers.
Not Hassan.
Same with even, I believe, Hassan. Wack, I think Wack is too slick for Hassan.
Nope.
Let's get back to the Wack and Hassan thing. I think Wack figured out an angle for the interview. I think he was going to be slick with Hassan. I think Hassan wasn't looking at it like that. Hassan didn't come in pressing Wack. Wack didn't come in pressing Hassan. They did the interview. Wack did say some slick shit. It didn't feel threatening. And nigga, I'm the non-gangster in the room. It didn't feel threatening. Hassan, I don't think he felt threatened. But here's where Hassan goes wrong. And this is Hassan's fault. So I've told you about Wack. Let me tell you about Hassan. Hassan's issue is that Hassan is too much conspiracy theorist. I like Hassan that he is...
Now, Akademiks, why would you say that? He's trying to flip the narrative. Stay woke.
Non-industry. But his disdain for the industry also teeters on a line that he will create things out of illusion or him being delusional.
Well, did he create a delusion when he made that audio tape, that video, and he caught Wack out there slipping because Wack wanted to run his fucking mouth about Nipsey? Did he create that? Or did Wack100 create that? Yeah, it's Hassan's phone. But again, if Wack would have never said nothing, there'd be no audio about Nip, right? I'm just saying he's trying to flip it.
I'll give you examples.
Don't.
I think his conversations with Wack, he's taken to extreme levels.
Like what?
I think it's one thing to say, hey, Wack said this, Wack said that. I think it's another thing when you're saying Nipsey Hussle got killed because somebody in the rolling 60s put out word that Nipsey's a rat. See, now the reason why I could see, like, I see eye to eye a little bit with Hassan because we were, like, at the time, I was anti-industry. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I didn't know nobody. But Hassan, what he does, he's wearing a tinfoil hat. He's a conspiracy theorist. So he adds on a little bit of what he believes to what he hears.
Is he a conspiracy theorist or he's speaking facts? Are you sitting on your platform, Akademiks, trying to flip the narrative because Hassan is winning this battle right now? So now you come in as the middleman in the room of both rooms, on your platform, and in that room of that interview. And here you go again trying to flip the narrative and trying to spin it a little bit to make it look like Hassan is bugging out. Did they send you?
You get what I mean? I think it's dangerous to a certain extent.
I think so too.
When you start saying that Nipsey died because people thought he was a rat, you're now changing the entire perception and now the entire foundation of Nipsey Hussle's death. And that's heavy. Because if you're going to do it, make sure you got your facts.
Well, Wack did it when he said something about the sex tape to Hassan in the first place. He already was tearing down his legacy. So now that Hassan is speaking facts and putting shit together like a puzzle, now he's the one that needs to not try to change Nipsey Hussle's legacy. All Hassan did was bring some truth to the light. All he did was bring us the tape. And now you here today on live trying to change the narrative and try to flip it back on Hassan now. Because Hassan flipped it on him. So now you trying to rearrange it. Again, I ask, did they send you? That's what I'm saying. Did they send him?
Do you get what I mean? Now, I have no problem with him saying, yo, there's a lot of shicey shit going on in the industry. It is. The recording stuff, not my forte, but I get him on that. But I listen to him at times, and I don't know if he believes this, but he's like, they're sending people to come get me. Hassan.
Every time somebody speaks light into certain things and they tell y'all that they sending people to come get y'all, why is it always somebody like Akademiks downplaying the situation? And then, God forbid, if something happens to Hassan Campbell, DJ Akademiks is going to be up here talking about it like he just didn't downplay it in this moment right here. Is he, again, I asked the question, is he here to change the narrative and flip it like Hassan is going crazy? Because we seen in the live where Hassan looked out the window and he thought that somebody was trying to do something to him. We seen when he said that another YouTuber sent the FBI for him and then he showed the business cards. So why are you here trying to flip it right now? Yeah, because you know why? Because you know we believe him. Because we know shit happens. See, we here on YouTube and a lot of people's eyes is open to the bullshit. So y'all don't want Hassan to be the believable one. So now you here trying to flip it again, Akademiks, and I don't think that's right because you was in both of those rooms. And I'm talking about your chat with him and Wack after the whole round table, and I'm talking about the round table. So why are you here tonight trying to flip it on this great Monday going into this Tuesday?
There's no one in the industry that's sending people to come get you.
Why not?
If they were going to send people to come get you, they would have been sent people to come get me. Like, it's not happening, brother. You know what I mean? You have enemies because you have dis people.
Why would they send people to come get you when a lot of people feel like you be bought and sold? They already feel like Wack got you in his pocket. So what the fuck is you talking about, Akademiks? If they would have came and got you, they would have been came and got me. Who's to say they didn't get you? Who's to say they didn't flip you? I'm just saying, if we gonna talk about, pot calling the kettle, and the kettle, and then that's what happens. I'm just saying, who's to say they didn't try to do something to him? Who are you to say that they didn't try to do something to him? Just like we here to say that you might be bought, allegedly. You might be in Wack's pocket, allegedly. I'm just saying. Somebody in somebody's pocket. Because now you here trying to drive the narrative on Hassan Campbell. Now you here trying to drive the narrative that is on Hassan. Why? Why tonight? Right.
People, or you've said certain stuff that people who are gangsters or whatever don't like. But there's no industry higher power fraternal order trying to kill you. That's just the truth. You have a bunch of broke, hood niggas that you have offended many times on your platform, that if they do see you, they would try to kill you. But there's no assassination being planned. That's where he loses me.
Like I said again, if something happened to DJ Akademiks, God forbid, then what is it going to sit on his platform and say? What is he going to say then to cover it up? Is he going to try to cover it up? I'm just saying we talking in hypothetics because we don't never know. But I'm just saying, if something happens to that man, we're going to be here to talk about it. Then I'm going to drag you, Akademiks, because let me just say this. You are setting it up to make it look like he's bugging out. He's a conspiracy theorist. Let's flip it. You are here to flip this bitch like a pancake, and I ain't letting it happen because I like French toast, nigga. Fuck you.
Because you become cynical when you take some truth and then you make up a whole theory on it. Do you get what I mean? That's all I believe. So I'm watching Hassan, and this is where I think like he doesn't realize one thing that Wack is good about. Wack is amazing at understanding what content is. When Wack agreed to sit down at Clubhouse with me and 6ix9ine, number one, I thought it was super brave. Everybody turned it down. Gilly turned it down. My Song turned it down. Joe Budden turned it down. Charlemagne turned it down. 6ix9ine was reaching out to people to do an interview with him for his first album after he came out from Snitching. Nobody wanted to do an interview with him. He was going back and forth with Meek. And 6ix9ine knew, because 6ix9ine is a good marketer, me too. But, you know, I knew he was going to do it on my platform at some point. But he was down to do it on their platform. He said, I need somebody who's quote-unquote street to debate with. Wack came out of the blue and Wack said, let's set this up. To the point when Wack said it, I'm like, is Wack okay? But Wack was smart. And I said, I give Wack the ult.
Or was Wack looking for clout right then and there? Because ever since he sat down with him, his voice has just been getting louder and louder on Clubhouse. And then now all of a sudden he's over here on YouTube. Y'all better open up y'all motherfucking eyes because he damn sure used Tekashi for clout. And now Wack is just out here spilling all types of videotapes and everything. Yeah, get into it.
Credit for being fucking smart. The guy is I don't know if niggas look at Wack as some dumb street dude, but I love Wack in terms of the way he maneuvers in the street, but he's smarter than every street nigga I've seen.
We ain't say he, but the way he moving right now is suspect. I'm just saying.
Smartest one. So we do this shit. He's getting a bunch of people getting at him. He's getting a bunch of people getting at him. Let me tell you this, and this is what I know about Wack. When Wack did it, Wack is like, let it rock. Because I was hitting Wack after, because, Spotify, we were going back and forth when it should be released. There was some clips that didn't make Wack look the best, because people were like, why you sitting down with a snitch? Why you got him saying this? You know what Wack said? Because I was offering Wack, I'm like, yo, do you want me to send you some clips that make you look good? Wack was like, nephew, I'm good. Let it rock. This shit going viral. Wack is going to be an entertainer, even if he doesn't, he's a great manager and he does all this stuff with the label. But even if that doesn't work, Wack is going to be super fucking successful because Wack is.
Remember when I asked the question, is everything for clickbait? In like 2 videos ago about this whole situation. And I said, what if they got together and put together a plan to clickbait us? Everything happens after the 15th on YouTube or during the 15th of the month. And then everything else after that is clickbait. Well, today was what, the 25th? And then what happened? And then now we here again talking about it. I asked the question again. Do y'all think all of this is for clickbait and clout chase and get everybody numbers up? And y'all think they using each other? Because that's what it's starting to look like. Everybody look like they using each other right now. Everybody, if you think about it, everybody that sat at that table, everybody is winning when it comes to numbers and views and all that. Academics, everybody's on his live. Hassan, he had 1,700 plus in the building in one chat. Wack 100. I'm just saying. Wack 100. Everybody's going to his clubhouses, and his clubhouses is doing views. Everybody that sat at that table since this whole shit started is winning. And I say to say this. Do y'all think it was for clickbait? Because it's starting to look, is this giving me clickbait? Is this giving me clickish? Like I've been saying that for a minute now. Just let me know how y'all feel.
Is amazing at recognizing what's content. By the way, half of what I think Wack does on Clubhouse, he's doing it for content.
Yep.
I think he fucks with niggas. That's how smart Wack. I think Wack's on there. People think Wack is on there just doing street business. Yo, Wack is on there just creating content. I'll tell you how I know Wack's creating content on there. That gay nigga, the one with the mascara and who's super zesty with like the extra spit like in the back of his throat every time he talk. That nigga who Wack got into it with, Wack still talks to him, but Wack only talks to him for content with certain shit. I see Wack hop from room to room, crowd to crowd. He deals with everybody, and he gives them all content. He's made it so to the point, if Wack ain't on the app for 2 days, if Wack get locked up, or if he gets locked out of his phone for 2 days, Clubhouse is dead. Nobody cares about nothing said on the app, unless Wack's there. So Wack knows about content. Just like I know about content, and 6ix9ine. He doesn't let it get in the way. Here's Hassan's problem.
He weaseled his way into Clubhouse, and Clubhouse ain't